Fighting games are full of archetypes. The shoto, the grappler, the zoner. You know them, you fought them. But there's one character type that often gets laughed at. Literally. And yet quietly plays a huge role in how we experience fighting games. Today we're talking about one of the most underrated character tropes, the joke character.
Alright, who wants to fight first?
Now when I say joke character, I'm talking about fighters who are intentionally designed to be goofy, clumsy, or outright ridiculous. Think a Dan Hibiki from Street Fighter, a parody of rival fighting game protagonist, complete with a taunt button that leaves him wide open, or characters like Kuma, the bear from Tekken, whose entire moveset leads into the absurd idea of a bear being a martial artist. They're the ones you pick to mess with your friends, or to flex when you're so good at the game you can win with the so-called bad character. But joke characters aren't just for comic relief, they serve a bunch of important roles in the deep design of fighting games. First of all, they break the tension. Fighting games can be intense, especially in competitive play. A joke character reminds players that games are supposed to be fun. They expand the cast personality. A roster of only serious, stoic warriors would feel dull after a while. Joke characters add contrast, showing that the world of the game doesn't always take itself too seriously. I mean, come on, think how cringe Tekken would be if it only was the super serious Mishima family just fighting each other. We need some laughter in there as well. And fighting games, joke characters can be a challenge. Joke characters are often intentionally a bit weaker, but that just makes it more satisfying when a skilled player wins with them. It's the ultimate flex. And even if they aren't weaker, they at least break up the usual rhythm of the game and using strange moves or strange timings, making the game feel a bit more fresh. Let's talk about some examples. The ultimate example, the greatest example probably, is Dan Hibiki. Street Fighter's resident goofball, he's a parody of SNK characters like Ryo, created back in the 90s when Capcom and SNK were really at each other's throats. Everything about Dan is designed to make him look like he thinks he's a badass, he is the main character, but he in reality isn't. His fireball barely travels, his uppercut is hilariously unsafe, and his taunts last so long that they are practically asking you to punish him. He's a character that exists to poke fun, not just at other fighting games, but also the players themselves, at least the players who take themselves a bit too seriously. Over the years Dan has changed a lot, and Capcom has made Dan a little stronger nowadays, giving him unique mechanics like his taunt cancelling in Street Fighter V. This turned him into a legitimate, but still hilarious threat in the hands of skilled players, which is probably the right way to do it nowadays. I don't think developers want to put such an amount of resources and time into building a character, and no one wants to waste that kind of money into a pure joke. You want the character at least to be somewhat viable. It doesn't have to be the strongest one in the game, but it can't be a complete write-off either. Dan is the perfect embodiment of why a joke character is good. He's silly enough to make casual players laugh, but technically, deep enough that the hardcore players have something to master. And when he wins, it's pure hype. Everyone is happy. The crowd goes wild, the loser tilts off the planet, and the moment becomes a meme, a unforgettable moment. Other fun example is Robo Ky from Guilty Gear. A literal robot copy of Kai Kieske, with a twist. Robo Ky runs on a heat gauge. If he overheats, he explodes and takes damage. He can crouch walk like a wind-up toy, charge his meter in the middle of the match, like he's plugging himself into the wall or something. And his moves look clunky and mechanical on purpose. I mean, he's a robot. He's a joke character, but he's also one of the most technically unique characters in fighting games. Learning Robo Ky is about embracing that jank, managing your overheating, and clowning on your opponent while you're juggling 7 different things in your head.
Victory! Not on our home turf,
You clumsy, pathetic loser!
Their archers decided that their joke character would be one of the most mechanically insane, instead of a more easy one or a complete joke, which is also a way to do it. Another fun joke character is Servbot from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He's tiny, so small that some attacks literally miss him, but he also has the lowest damage in the entire game. He's the ultimate joke pick. He can survive longer than expected, but actually landing a win with him takes a lot of skill and usually is a guarantee to get someone to tilt. But his whole presence makes the whole roster feel more playful. It's like a nice little dare from Capcom themselves, being like, okay, hey, you think you're a good player? Prove it. Win with Servbot. Those are some of my favorite joke characters. Dan might be the poster boy, but he's not alone. Kuma and Panda from Tekken are fighting bears. Come on, those are classics. Maybe Phoenix Wright from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I mean, he can scream objection and he has a one-shot if he collects enough evidence. Don't know. So, hey, but next time you see someone pick a joke character, don't just roll your eyes. They're not just silly. They might just be playing an important part in fighting games. The most important part in all of fighting games. Keeping fighting games fun. They remind us it's just a game. We're here all to have fun. Nothing else. So guys, who's your favorite fighting game joke character? It might be basic, but I love Dan. He's always gonna have a special place in my heart, ever since I first saw him and laughed my ass off when I was a little guy. But tell me, who's your favorite? Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Thanks guys for watching, and see you next time.
Go, 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 go.